scares me again. I need to put a bill on you or something. Hey, so what we're doing today, we're gonna cook something. And I was ruffling through the pages of my favorite cookbook, which is Patti Labelle Cuisine. This is her first cookbook that she has put out. And I'm gonna make gumbo out of it. And it's pretty simple and pretty easy. I think everybody makes some gumbo the same, but I'm not using corn or oysters or okra either, because B Rose doesn't like okra. I like okra, but not the oysters. It's kind of slimy and it just doesn't do well with me. I don't eat seafood, that's why. So anyway, click like, subscribe. We are going to do this, and hopefully it's going to turn out well. I usually make really good gumbo. There are days that sometimes it doesn't work, but it's okay. If it doesn't, we'll just eat it and enjoy it. Click like and subscribe and tell a friend too. Send it to a friend.
Why do you want them to tell a friend?
Because the more people we have liking us and subscribing to us, we will have a bigger audience. Right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Okay, so click like, subscribe, and tell a friend. It doesn't have to be a friend, it could be an enemy. Just send it to somebody. I can tell you a few people to send it to. Just send it.
Can you tell a few people not to send it to?
Oh, no, I don't care. You can send it to people we don't like either. But here's the book. This is the book we're using, Labelle Cuisine.
So what are we making?
We're making gumbo with,
You gotta speak up so everybody can hear you.
we're making gumbo.
Say it, can you start over? What are we making?
Oh, for the gods. We're making gumbo.
Okay, they're not deaf.
Well, then who am I talking to? Now, y'all getting on my nerves.
Okay, we're making gumbo.
Yes, we're making gumbo.
What kind of ingredients? What do we have going on in this pot right here?
Those are smoked turkey wings and drumsticks. And I'm putting 3 bay leaves in here.
What are bay leaves?
I don't know. They're leaves from the bay.
But why are you putting them in the...
As Patti Labelle says to put them in.
Okay, what's this broth you got concocted?
I use
here?
chicken broth.
Can we see the broth that you use in case they want to make it at home?
I use 1 box, 32 ounces already.
Where'd you find this broth from?
Your cabinet.
You are freshly shaved. You look good right now, Rick. What's going on?
Oh, and I'm going to use some obey, but I don't know what that's for. But I heard people use it a lot, so I'm going to put...
How much obey you putting in there?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to obey the rules. Just a sprinkle.
Is it called Old Bay or Old Bay?
Old Bay.
Old Bay. Okay.
So I'm putting it in, and I'm going to season it.
Speaking of bay, you got a bay?
A what?
You got a bay?
I got Old Bay.
But do you got a bay?
No, I don't do bays.
Why not?
I can barely do myself. A long time for both. I need my... Did you move all my seasoning?
I didn't touch your seasoning.
Will you hand me that since I can't reach all over there? It's got this place wired. Thank you.
Wait, what's the seasoning you got? You're doing things and you're not... How are people supposed to learn how to make this gumbo if you're not explaining how to make this gumbo? We got all these seasonings.
So I'm putting some pepper in, probably 2 pinches of pepper.
You love some pepper, don't you?
I do.
Did you throw another scotch in there, too?
And I'm going to use this, Louisiana Cajun seasoning. Sprinkle a little bit in there. This is going to be what the gumbo is going to go in, but I still have to make the roux. This is just, I'm seasoning the meat just to give it a little, I need some garlic. So I'm put a little salt in there, 2 scotches of salt.
That's regular salt or what?
Seasoning salt. I always use seasoning salt.
Why do you choose that over regular salt?
Because I think it just gives it more seasoning and has more punch to it. Some garlic powder, although I'm going to put some garlic in. I'm going to put probably 2 teaspoons of garlic. If y'all want to come back, I'm going to cut up stuff now. I just want to get this boiling.
What are you about to cut up?
I'm about to cut up celery and some onions and some bell peppers, the Trinity. I'm cutting green onions because I still like green onions even though I'm using regular onions. I use like 4 stalks. I'm going to cut those aside, just keep them there. And I'm going to cook the green onions, the white onions, the bell pepper, and the celery, and the chicken. all together.
Can you move the lid out the way or no?
So you want me to move the lid. Now I have to do, isn't that what the stagehand people are for? Don't they get paid for that?
We don't have money to pay for stage hands. You want me to put my hand inside the camera? Here.
No, did you wash your hands?
I'll move it out the way.
Make sure.
Ricky, I don't know if this shirt is the most appropriate for YouTube. It's
the best I had. You didn't tell me we were doing that. I would have brought some clothes, so everything else is too tight. And so this is the best you got. INC.
INC?
From Macy's. You know, that's where I shop.
Why? Okay, can you explain to us this whole thing you got with Macy's? Why do you go there all the time?
Macy's and I are having a love affair. I love to go there, and they love when I come there. They have stuff that's on sale that's ridiculous sometimes in their last act. I bought, a customer of mine gave me a gift certificate for $50 for Christmas. I got a suit for $15, 2 pair of shirts, and another pair of pants. And I had $2 left. Wait, I got 2 shirts, a suit, and another pair of pants.
Don't you have a strategy when you shop at Macy's? I know you can't disclose that right now, but don't you have a strategy? And it's not an illegal strategy, so we're not saying that, but don't you have like a strategy you use when you're shopping at Macy's?
Buy as much as I can for as little as I can with whatever money I have. I go straight to the last act rack.
Oh, well, I guess you're telling everybody your strategy then. So you go to the last, well then tell it then, if you're gonna tell it.
Go straight to the last act rack. Don't wait. Well, no, what I do is I actually go and pre-shop.
But can we get off topic for a second? Who taught you how these fine culinary skills that you're displaying right here, how did you learn this? And are they good? I mean, I don't know what looks good or not, but it looks good to me.
Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but it's working for me. I don't know if they're fine or not. I probably should be cutting properly, but I just like to get it all on the board and cut and cut. And
oh, did you say that these are the 3 C's?
Yes, the 3 C's.
Yeah, what is this that you're cutting up? You said it's a Trinity.
Celery.
Okay, that's a C.
No.
Celery's not a C?
No, I mean, it's not, they're not 3 C's. It's celery, bell pepper, and onions.
There's no bell pepper in there.
I know, I can't find a bell pepper.
You didn't buy a bell pepper.
Yes, I did.
I never saw you buy a bell. Okay, you bought a bell pepper.
Drop the bell pepper, okay.
Why green?
I don't know. You know what? It's funny you said that because I was actually going to buy a red one too, but I didn't want you to spend any more money. But I actually like red bell peppers, but they have a sweet taste to them. So a lot of people probably wouldn't necessarily like that taste, so I didn't. And I'm gonna get the seeds out, hopefully. It says 1 whole bell pepper, but I tend to not use a whole of anything because I think sometimes that might be too much, but I don't know. We'll see.
I thought you make a roux. Don't you have like a roux that you make with flour and stuff like that?
That's what I'm getting ready to do now. I just was trying to cut up the vegetables so the audience can see.
Why do you need to make a roux?
The roux makes it thick, and that's the base of it.
Like what, 2 C's thick or how many?
3 C's.
It's thick like that?
Yeah. It's basically how you make gravy. If you don't know how to make gravy, making a roux is the same way. Some people say you can bake the roux, but I have never tried that, and I was going to try it today, but I didn't feel like it. So the stuff that I bought that we were looking for, that's actually in substitute of the roux, but I'm still going to use the roux and that. We bought this stuff, we were on a mission today. We had to go to 3 stores to get it, but I really like it. Did we lose it? It's the Louisiana Cajun Gumbo.
Oh man, we was on a mission for this. Show them this, Ricky.
Now, getting ready to, I'm seasoning the chicken, but I don't have room to do it. I cut up some chicken thighs and some chicken breast, and that's andouille sausage. And I'm getting ready to put, I'm going to cook the sausage in a little olive oil.
Why olive oil?
I don't know, because it was the first thing I found.
Okay. What temp are you putting it on?
Medium. Probably 3 teaspoons of olive oil.
Do you measure ever or no?
Yeah, that's about 3.
How do you measure? How do you know the exact measurements of these things? 'Cause does your stuff ever turn out the same every time you make it? Or does it turn out different?
Most stuff turns out the same. There are some, like we have issues with rice occasionally because your stove doesn't cook rice right, but so I'm going to cook the andouille sausage with the onion and bell peppers, and then I'm going to put the chicken in there. But the sausage needs to cook a little bit more than the chicken.
Okay.
So
you just throw onions and everything in there, huh? That looks
onions.
good. You can't have it without that, huh?
No, you don't cook most stuff without onions and bell pepper.
And apparently garlic, right?
Apparently garlic, yeah.
Okay, how much garlic you putting in here?
I put 2 teaspoons because we don't have the quite measuring thing.
So realistically, can people follow our recipes?
Yes.
How?
Well,
explain to the people how they can follow our recipes.
This actually is pretty much Patti Labelle's recipe for gumbo. I'm pretty much using what she uses, but because I always add,
So maybe we can add Patti Labelle's recipe
at the bottom.
at the bottom,
Right.
so people can look it up. Got
Right.
it.
But I always add my own twist to stuff because I'm using smoked turkey wings and smoked drumstick. That's mine. And I'm sure she has some kind of simple way of doing stuff, but
Why do you choose Patti Labelle as your?
because Patti Labelle's recipes are pretty simple. They have some stuff that's a little bit more extravagant, but everybody talks about how good her food is, and every time I've made whatever she makes,
Okay, who is Patti Labelle for people watching that don't know who that is?
one of the greatest singers of all time, if not the greatest. What do you mean?
So you're saying here that Patti Labelle is the greatest singer of all time.
One of the greatest
Who
singers.
would be the other greatest?
Well, there's Natalie Cole, there's Barbara Streisand. Wow, those bell peppers did not get
Comment down below who you guys think is the best singer of all time.
Barbara Streisand, Natalie Cole, those are like Rochelle Farrell, Lettucey, Alita Adams.
How come I get the sense that it's only people of color you saying are the best singers of all
No, I
time?
love Melissa Manchester. Barbara Streisand was number 3. Oh, and then there's Whitney. I forgot about her.
Whitney,
Houston.
before or after Bobby got to her?
Oh, way before. Way before.
And then you're saying, okay, so are you just saying the best female singer of all time or best singer of all time? Because I haven't heard any male singers in here.
Well, there's Johnny Mathis, Luther, Nell Torme.
You're not gonna Peebo,
Oh, I forgot. I always forget about Peebo Bryson, and he is such the business. I used to want to be a record producer years ago.
You're not gonna. What about Keith Sweat?
I used to want to be a record producer years ago because I wanted to put Peebo Bryson singing with everybody. He just has such a great voice. He blends in with everybody. Keith Sweat, really. I almost said somebody else I didn't like. So we got the andouille sausage, the onions, the bell pepper, the celery. We're cooking that down with a little bit of olive oil in it. I probably should have used regular oil, actually, come to think of, because I have to make the roux in that. I forgot. I don't know how that olive oil is going to do in that, but that's okay. So now I'm going to season the chicken.
What did you use? Chicken breast, thigh?
I use chicken breast and thigh. I don't
What's
like
your favorite part?
the breast, of course.
I'm a thigh man. I love me some thighs.
I try to well, the breast to me is less calories too, so I always will try to use that.
So explain this to me, because you always drink light drinks and diet drinks, and has this been an effective method of dieting for you?
When I'm really paying attention and don't let other things come into my life, yes.
Like what other things would come into your life?
Like donuts and
I think last time we made gumbo, we had some cake out and some cinnamon rolls. And I don't think they lasted that long.
where are those now? So I just season the chicken a little bit.
What's the strategy you're using right here to? It looks like you're tossing it or something. Did you learn that in culinary school?
No, I learned that at a friend's house. He was
Tossing salad?
yes. I always thought that was a good thing to do. It's like, okay. So There's some garlic in there. There's still some onions in there, and some pepper, some salt,
What
some old
happens if
basic.
you lose a breast during this thing?
You gotta pick it up and keep going. I'm letting the sausage cook down because I gotta make the roux in it. I don't want it to burn though. I don't want, the drippings to be burnt.
Ooh, look at that. Is that rosemary at the top?
Thyme.
That's thyme?
Mm-hmm.
Time after time? Or
Time after time.
who sings that song?
Cindy Lauper.
Doesn't somebody else sing it too?
Probably somebody that they probably
Did
didn't do a
Cher?
good
Did
job.
she sing it? Did she do a rendition of it or no?
If you look, you can. I don't think so.
Can you do that again?
I can't. That was a spontaneous thing. So once I put all that in there, I'm going to put that in the pot and just let it boil. I do things backwards. Actually, the roux is supposed to be on there and in, but I can't do all
Ricky, do you realize? Look how much food is in here. There's no way all that is going to fit in that pot right there. We go through this, I think, every time. You're going to have to get the big boy out, I think.
that. But then when you get the big boy out, we make more.
Yeah, but how's that all going to fit in that little pot right there?
Squeeze and pray. Like I do in church in my clothes. When I'm squeezing into clothes and Sunday, I pray everything stays in there.
Outfit changes today or no?
No, because this was last minute and I didn't bring any clothes with me, so I don't have anything good to change into. Look, when I'm at home by myself, I never cook.
What inspired you to make this channel?
Because everybody else is on it, and I thought I could throw my hat in there and try too. I've been watching people's YouTube channels recently of cooking. Some people really have a lot of fun doing it, so I thought, well, we can have fun doing it too.
Are you having fun right now?
Not really, but I figured if along the line we might get to the fun.
The fun part?
I
What?
heard a noise. Did you hear it?
Are you going to investigate?
No, I heard a noise over there, and
Let's
I'm
go
over
take.
here.
Let's go take a look.
That noise was over there, and I'm over here. Now, if they come over here...
Ricky, put that down. This is a family show.
Family cut up in here. I think y'all should know about black folks, in case y'all don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff. Some little secrets.
What do they know that they don't know already?
If we, as a group of black people, see people running, we're going to run with them. We're not going to go, what's going on? Why should we run? We are going to run in about 20 minutes. Why are we running? What's going on? When it's safe. Not like, oh, should you think it's okay? No, we're running. We don't care. If you're running, that means if there's something chasing you or something better than I know, I'm running with you. I'm good. I don't have a problem with it. And you tell me later on, oh, I made a mistake. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you blithering right now?
Am I blithering? Not yet. Did we blither? Every now and then, in case y'all don't know, our channel's name is what?
Blithering Roses. And
And
you
what
can
does that
also
mean?
find us on Instagram, The Blithering Roses.
Ooh, that's a big old breast right there. That's a
I'm
dog
going to
party
remind you
piece right
this is
there.
a family channel.
What does blithering mean?
Are you asking me or are you asking them?
No, I'm asking you. Since you're the one who came up with it.
Blithering is what you just did a minute ago. Just rambling on about nonsense. I mean, some of it relates to what we're talking about. Others doesn't really relate to what we're talking about.
Oh.
So they just pick and choose what they want. And I think we had a president that did that, right?
No.
Oh, we don't get into politics on this channel.
No, we don't. But if we did, oh, what a week we've had.
I don't know. But if I did.
Okay, so the andouille sausage and the chicken are cooking. It looks pretty good. I put a little, I need some red pepper. I'll put some Cajun seasoning. Maybe I should ease up on the red pepper. The chicken doesn't actually have to be completely done, but I am going to make sure it is done somewhat because it's still going to boil in the water for like 20 or 30 minutes, so it will cook. But I'm cooking it, making sure. Dang, that piece of chicken is big.
It's thick. I like it. So what do we got going on right now, Rick? How's it coming on?
Well, so far so good. I'm going to take the turkey pieces out. They should be good and done. They've been cooking.
Why are you taking the turkey pieces out?
To cut them off the bone.
Oh, you don't leave it on the bone, then? You take it out every time?
Yeah, because you can't eat it otherwise.
It's just too thick, huh?
Yeah. This needs some more filet, and I'm actually going to make some more roux. Just, I don't know why. That's really too much filet. You gotta be careful about filet because it can make it stringy. But
what happens when you eat too much filet?
oh my gosh, you have to eat that gumbo right on the toilet.
Rookie.
That's where you have to eat it. That's where I have to eat it. It's sassafras leaves, which is a
Sassafras?
yeah.
What is it?
It's, I forget what they call it. It's like makes you go to the bathroom.
Okay, what are you doing right now?
I'm transferring the gumbo to a bigger pot.
Actually, why?
Because this big old crab legs are huge and they don't fit in any normal size pot.
I'm surprised. I didn't expect it to go that smooth.
Me either. Let's see. Y'all pray for me. Because when I mess up on food, I never, ever, ever hear the end of it. Ever. You hear me? Now that gumbo is good. Only thing is, it's a little salty. I mean, just a scotch. I'll put a little more filet in it. Because I feel like it needs a scotch more. And that may have been 2 scotches. That's a little bit. But it's actually very good. This gumbo is actually very good. So we're all done now. Everything is cooked. Brandon made some rice in the rice cooker, which he just got, which tasted good actually. I'm surprised. And we got this gumbo. We had to switch over to the big old pot. It doesn't taste as good as my gumbo normally does, but I don't know what I did wrong, but it's really good still. And we're gonna eat it regardless and act like it's like the best gumbo ever. So if you guys will do us a favor, click like and subscribe and tell a friend. Tell them to put it on their plate. Their what's it called? Their
What are you trying to say?
Their book, their Facebook, their YouTube thing. Click on that.
Put it on there. I don't know what he's saying, y'all. You guys, I'm sorry. I don't think
like,
he knows what he's saying.
You know, put it on their page.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So we can get more. We need more viewers and subscribers and YouTubers and we don't know what else, Instagrammers, whatever. And hopefully we won't.
How do they find us on Instagram?
They look through, scroll down.
But what would the name of it be if they were trying to find us?
The Blithering Roses.
Can you spell it for us?
Well, that wasn't in my job.
The Blither and Rose. Okay, you guys.
Blithering Roses.
We're out.
All right. Peace.